How far we've come, Kinsey,
Yeah,
you've been
Yeah.
here since the beginning.
8 years. So I'm just so excited to actually share this whole story with so many of our wonderful clients. And it's such a beautiful story of all the challenges we've overcome, all the great things that we've done, all the beautiful products that Jen has created, and all the strides that Kelly has made with packaging, with everything else, with driving us forward. So I think you guys will all be really excited to learn more.
We have done so many trainings over the years, but it's rare that we get Jen here. For all of you who don't know, Jennifer's my business partner, co-founder. We've been working together for 20 years and also formulator and incredible, just passionate person who loves our beautiful ingredient decks and is really sort of the mastermind behind the efficacy and the scent profiles and all the things that you all love about our products. So it's really, really special to have Jen here as well.
Thanks, Co. Hi, everyone.
She's usually
Thank you.
behind the
I
scenes.
know,
I know.
which is ironic. The one with a
Um,
theater degree, and I'm always hiding in the background.
Yeah, that's true.
we do get her to a few trade shows, so some of you have probably met her in Vegas. You've definitely met her at iSpa if you've been there.
Yeah.
We force her out of the shadows as often as possible.
Absolutely. So we're going to get going. Kinsey's going to kick us off, but I would just want to invite everybody to write in the chat if you have questions. We're going to drop things in there. We've got so many things for you. We've got new sell sheets. We've got this amazing survey with a gift card to give you back $30 for giving us feedback. We're going to talk about that some holiday stuff at the end. So, yeah, engage with the chat if you have any questions or comments along the way. We'll be moderating that, and it's a great way. It's a great way to communicate throughout this training.
Yes.
Kick
Well,
us off, Kins.
let me start us off with a big happy birthday to Vital Body. It's been a huge labor of love for all of us. And so I know, can you believe that we've been making products for 8 years now?
Crazy.
I know. Time has flown. But we've really gone from one product in 2017, 2018 to over 30 today. And we really couldn't have done it without all of you. So we are just so appreciative of all of our wonderful clients. So thank
Absolutely.
you for being here with us and for trusting us all these years. We're really excited to share some stories of what it's been like to build the company. And yeah, so I've been here since the beginning and I've seen it all go down. We've all worn lots of hats. We've all done lots of things. I am the director of sales, so I'm Kinsey Kelson. If you don't know me, I hope you do. And I'm really looking forward to bringing you all behind the scenes. So, for those private practitioners that are here, you'll be excited to hear about Jen and Kelly's story, starting as practitioners themselves and running the best CBD company, if I might say so myself,
Aw, thank you.
for the spas in the nation.
Gosh,
So, yeah, go ahead, Kelly.
absolutely. And also, Kens, for all the people who've built or run your own company, which is honestly probably everybody here in some way or another, we all run our own businesses. I'm sure you're going to hear stories that you can relate to. And if anybody here is starting something new, this is going to give you some great insights into what it's really like behind the scenes. I love this picture of me and Jen. We're
Me too.
so young, so early in the business. This was probably 2017 when we still manually put a sticker on every salt bag.
Oh,
We
yeah.
were so excited about what was possible. We had no idea what it would mean to build this vertical. So let's get into it.
Yeah, let's definitely start. So, one of the things that is so unique about Vital is that we literally own the vertical. And what I mean by that is that we do everything from the bottom up. We create all our own formulas, we produce them in-house, we manufacture and distribute literally every part of this business we do. So, but Jen and Kelly actually started as body workers, which not everyone knows. And so I really want to talk about Jen and her being a really amazing massage therapist. She has magic hands. And Kelly being a rolfer. She is so strong. She resets people's bodies and she's just so fantastic. So, will you tell us a little bit about how you met and started collaborating? I know this is your third business together. And after 20 years, you're still best friends and business partners, which is amazing. So, give us a little background.
Oh my gosh. Yes. Yes, absolutely. Well, Jen and I began as body workers. That is right. We actually met collaborating on a project to found a massage school. As soon as we started working together, I learned that Jen was the super organized and responsible one of the two, and I was more like the passionate visionary that had a very high threshold for taking risks. But we were both very competitive, and we always felt like we could just do things together better. But I think that the real glue that we shared was just this unique belief in the power of intelligent bodywork to change people's lives. And we started a spa, which is that really cute picture in the top right. We built this team of practitioners, this super cute picture on the bottom right. I think that picture of us, Jen, was like 2005, maybe. But
Yeah.
Cute.
we had so much fun, and we built this client base of people who believed what we believed, right? Which was that you could use massage therapy to heal from injuries, to recover from surgeries, and that you could prevent injuries. And so we had this very ripe, community of people that were open to anything but pharmaceuticals. They wanted natural healing. They wanted to feel good in their bodies. And so when we learned about the power of cannabis, this safe and natural and effective um, ingredient that could really help with inflammation, we were just all over it. And luckily, Jennifer had been making massage creams for years. She always was dissatisfied on some level with the like typical biotone and the ingredients that were in there. And she always wanted something that could work really well for deep tissue therapeutic body work, but also have the slip that you love in a Swedish. And so she had been formulating creams for as long as I could remember.
Yeah.
Jen, I love this. Tell us a little bit about you just like starting to make cream. This picture's great.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, like you said, I just, it kind of started off as a hobby. It was just something fun. I didn't really love most of the creams that I found, was not a fan of Biotone. I just kind of thought, I don't really see why they don't have to have all of this in there, they can be much simpler and effective. So I kind of started making it for personal use. Then my therapists were kind of like, well, what are you using? And they wanted to start using what I was using. And then I started making, then they all wanted to use that. So I started, making a lot more of it. And then, as Kelly said, once we did start learning more about the incredible benefits of CBD, it was just kind of a natural next step, right? Is to make a massage cream with it. So I kind of did a really deep dive. I actually learned how to make a hemp distillate. I no longer do that, but I did learn how to do it. We consulted with a friend of ours who's an herbalist just to learn a lot more about other herbs that we could include in the formula that were beneficial for pain and inflammation. And then actually, ultimately, I did take a cosmetic chemistry course. And here I thought I avoided it. I was a theater major just to avoid math and chemistry, and look where I ended up. But I actually turns out really loving it. I'm a big researcher, so yeah. And then so natural next step from there was, we started using it on our clients. They were a big fan. I'm pretty sure we may have been one of the first, if not the first, spas to be offering a CBD massage as a service. Our clients absolutely loved it, loved the cream. We wanted to give them something to take home, a pain relief cream, as we often do, make recommendations for our clients for something they can do to help take care of themselves between their body work sessions. and kind of looked around and we were like, well, there's nothing really that we like on the market. Let's make them one. So it was just one step in front, just always taking that next step. And so I think that that's really something that stands out from us as being different than a lot of other CBD company stories, and that, we really got to try the cream. And I did iteration after iteration while, with people's permission, using the cream on them until it got to where it was like everybody was saying it was effective. It smelled amazing, that they just loved it. So
And it wasn't green.
it wasn't green. It didn't smell like pot. Kelly and I would always say, we want a product that our moms will buy.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So yeah, we started, it was such a big hit that it became, we had to start making more and more of it. As you can see in these photos, we started with pastry bags, in Kelly's kitchen, uh, and then, yeah, that picture on the bottom there, that was us, we would just go door to door, right? Trying
Well,
to,
that was actually after our very first account that we won. We couldn't believe
yeah.
it. We thought we had convinced somebody to use CBD in the spa, and at that time we were selling a gallon of CBD massage cream for $1,300.
Yeah.
And so that
Yeah.
was because it was so expensive at the time. And
It
so
was
it's an
so
amazing
expensive.
moment that you could actually talk to a spa director in 2017 and they were going to say, I will spend $1,300 on a cream. That's how much they believed in it. So that was a wild moment for us.
Yeah.
And we quickly moved out of the kitchen, which in this picture, you can see we moved into my garage and we
Yeah.
are feeling very proud because it
Yes.
was a huge step for us into the garage. We had graduated from pastry bags to our first filling machine, which was a huge accomplishment. I think that's when we began really understanding about operational efficiencies and what it
Yes.
meant to be able to produce 100 creams in an hour to 1,000 creams in an hour. And that was really just the beginning. So believe it or not, we didn't last very long in the garage. I think this was in 2018.
Mhm.
By 2020, we had moved into our second warehouse. By this time, this was right before COVID. People were really starting to catch on. I mean, the conversations back then were still very much us convincing people that they weren't going to die or get high or kill their potential baby by putting CBD cream on. And so,
Or not pass a drug test.
or not pass
Yeah.
a drug test, there was just so much kind of winning over the hearts and minds of people at this time. But you
Yeah.
could see we gutted this warehouse. I'm holding my saws and we're taking the whole thing down and we built, our second, well, this would be our third beautiful space. And that was our first drum of oil.
Yeah.
So we had grown up to purchase raw materials by the drum. And that was also a big moment for us. I don't know, Jen, if you want to say anything about that.
Yeah, well, just, we things where you can see how quickly fast or how quickly things were moving, right? The kitchen was like a year, the garage was a year. We didn't even get to 2019 because that warehouse we were out of in a year, and then 2020. So things going so fast, and then just having to really learn everything on the fly, which in a lot of respects, I don't know, when you're forced to learn that quickly, I think it does a lot to sort of build your confidence and courage to just kind of constantly be putting one step in front of the other. And then COVID hit, which, that's kind of one thing I wanted to add was, that taught us a lot too, because we had been on just such this lightning fast pace. And so learning, as we all did, right? How do we survive in business under a global pandemic? And it
Yeah.
really taught us the true meaning of the word pivot.
It was so funny because so many people were like, had a sabbatical year. And we were like, oh my God, we just moved into this huge, we were ready to scale, and every spa across the nation shut down.
Yeah.
And I'm sure
And
all
you
of
had your
you,
own spa that you
and,
had to
And we
shut
had our
down.
own
and
spas.
we still
You
had a
hadn't,
spa.
yeah, you hadn't sold the spa yet.
No.
If Jen and I were to ever say we almost have broken up as a couple, I would say it was 2020.
Well,
Our
and I
friendship
can,
was tested. This was a tough year for us, but we ended up really deepening in our passion for just running a good business, a clean business, that we did everything right. You know, we really worked to keep our products clean and to keep everything with a lot of integrity. And so that was a big learning moment for us.
I would also add that during that whirlwind time, we were still in the early part of it, seeing our own clients. So we were still doing body work, trying to launch this business and running the spa. And then at a certain point, we did, we did have to give something up. So
We forced them
yeah,
to. It was time. We forced
Kelly
them,
forced me ultimately
yeah,
too.
to come
Um,
into Vital Body Therapeutics full time.
Yeah,
we
which
Yeah.
is
built
a
a
great move.
spa, we doubled down. This picture in the bottom right is how we used to make our herbal infusion. And I don't know if Jen's going to talk about that later in the training, but we used to put all these incredible herbs that Jen was working with, arnica and ginger, and we would infuse them, we would put them in the sun, we would shake them. We had this very laborious process.
Yeah.
And so as the
Our
company
solar infusion.
scaled, this solar infusion became one of the most time intensive ingredients that we had. That was a
Yeah.
fun learning experience. But here we are,
And luckily, all those
2000.
ingredients have stayed in our product line. So,
Yes.
yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Here we are, 2025. We just gutted our third warehouse. You can see that picture on the left. We've built a beautiful production facility. We've built a beautiful distribution space. If you or anybody is ever in Santa Cruz, we welcome you to come to our warehouse, tour the space. It's so fun to see. We have the same team that we had in 2019. Everybody's grown together. It's just been an incredible process. So you're all invited. Um, to just come and visit us and see what this is about. But in 2025, we hope that this is going to be our third and final, I don't know, but facility where we get to just go to the next level, new products, new growth, new opportunities for us to just keep building this company. So it was an exciting year for us moving into this space. I'm sure nobody experienced any lapse in your orders because it was such a smooth
We,
transition.
our production team and our shipping team have been so fantastic. We're lucky that they kept so on top of it. So, yeah, thank goodness.
Piece of cake.
Absolutely.
It's so incredible to see the transition through three warehouses and a garage and a kitchen, and how quickly we scaled to have to be and to have to find a larger space as often as we did, and finally to end up here. So it's really exciting to be in this beautiful spot now.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of that, let's talk about some challenges of scaling.
Of that, there are many.
Many,
So
many.
from body workers to spa owners to product formulators to running operations, managing teams, and scaling on so many different fronts. So sales, marketing, building relationships with spas and corporations, inspiring practitioners, creating product formulas, running the warehouse and our full facilities. There's so many facets of the business that you've grown simultaneously, which is super impressive. And there's really no way to get from there to here without facing challenges. So we know that many of you run your own businesses, so you're going to relate to this. So feel free to tell us in the chat how you relate. We love hearing your stories and challenges too. We can all share that together. So Jen and Kelly, what are some of the challenges that you've overcome along the way?
Yeah, we could fill up hours of all the stories of the challenges, but again, just the learning on the fly, always a challenge. There would be, I think that we've all probably experienced this idea of wearing many hats, right? And we were often having to switch hats very quickly. And I remember one night we were in the garage making, and it was the first time I had ever tried to scale up the balm. which is a hot pour item, right? And so it was tricky, and I did maybe my math some wrong about like the size of my containers. And so I had scaled this, and I when it came time to mixing it, um, basically the where I was at in the flow was we had gotten like one of our first big meetings with some consultants. It was Jessica, right? Um, correct
Oh,
me.
yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And it was so lovely.
Jessica.
And so we were having a dinner meeting, right? And so I went from the garage, apron, probably looked terrible, had to get to this meeting on time, went to the meeting, tried to look very put together and businessy, left that meeting, went back into the garage, probably now by 11 o'clock at night. And then I go to pour, and I had miscalculated my volumes, and I basically ended up with balm all over the garage floor. I lost the entire batch, I think. So that was one of the
Ah,
sort of, yeah, just one of the funny stories along the way, but there have been many challenges.
That
but
was
being able to
funny.
pivot, I mean, it's one
Pivot.
of your strong suits.
Uh,
I don't know if it's possible to play. This is like a 9-second video. Can I try to play this, Kinsey, and just see if this
Yeah,
works?
please try.
This was the first time we used our salt machine.
Oh, it works.
You ready? Y'all ready for this? Yeah, baby.
Jen.
20.01. Yeah.
Oops. Jen is the reason why everything is always exact CBD. We've never made a cream with less than the exact amount of CBD that we say is in it because of Jen. So thank you,
yeah.
Jen.
Yes, no problem.
Moving on. I know, a lot of you love our packaging. It's been
Yeah.
an absolute labor of love. We hear all the time that it's what resonates deeply first for people is the packaging. The packaging was very much, kind of my baby. I wanted to create something that really had the elements of nature that felt really beautiful, that made you feel beautiful, but didn't kind of take yourself too seriously. Something that was really authentic. And one of the things that I learned along the way was about Pantone colors. And these pictures are so funny to me because you guys have all seen our cream, obviously. Well, that cream jar I probably had sampled in, I'm not even I think probably somewhere between 30 and 50 different Pantone colors. And one of the things that I learned about Pantones was that Pantones change color depending on the product that you put in it. And so we would have this big vision of like the green, and then we would add the yellow oil, and it would turn into like this really ugly brown, horrible color. Uh, and so I learned I'm holding like more shades of teal than you've ever imagined. And that was like after probably 10 versions of teal explorations, brown explorations. So getting to the point where we're at now where we love our packaging. And I just wanted to share this because it truly, everything was so intentional. And where we ended was definitely not where we began. It probably took us, I want to say, somewhere between 12 and 16 months to get to the point of the packaging, the glass bottles. We wanted something reusable. We didn't want to use plastic. We loved the bamboo. We loved the people that we worked with, and in China, this beautiful facility. They just make wonderful products. We had such a good relationship with them. They really understood our values. So it was a joyful process, but it was definitely incredibly challenging to complete. But yes, so
Yeah.
I always appreciate hearing that you love the packaging because what went into it.
And
And
Kelly will
balancing
see the slightest. You think those whites are the same? No, if they're not the same, Kelly will find out.
Yes, my OCD comes out in the packaging for sure.
and
Jen, people are
balance.
probably more interested in the formulation process. So tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah. So that, like everything else in the company, has really evolved. When it first started, it was kind of based on what I was wanting just for my own use. And then it was kind of what my therapist wanted as well. And then what the clients wanted. And so, you know, certainly that has evolved the bigger we've gotten, because now we have thousands of clients and customers who, give us feedback. We really do. I take into great account, the feedback I get, whether it's directly from you, which isn't often since I'm not out there much, but the sales team always is so great about passing along your feedback to me as well when I think about formulating.
Always.
So that's really helpful. I obviously have to think about, we've always prided ourselves on kind of starting with what we know and building out from there, right? So when CBD was like when people first started learning about it, you might have noticed that a lot of companies were just kind of jumping on the hot trend of it and like, let's do CBD everything, CBD lipstick, CBD, basically whatever they could do. And we wanted to be a lot more intentional about our use of it and our product line. So it obviously started with body products, the professional products, since that was our roots. But and I think just always being willing to learn from other people that have greater expertise in certain areas. So as I said in the beginning, I worked with an herbalist, Kinsey, thankfully. Her background is in as being an esthetician. So when I did the facial oil, I consulted with her a lot about what oils we use, and I learned about, comedogenic ratings. And so I'm always very willing to sort of learn more always. And that also includes with things like sustainability, looking at our ingredient sourcing. I try to learn about the companies that I'm sourcing from. We actually, early on, our bath soak used to be formulated with rosewood. And somewhere along the line, I read an article or I saw something and learned that rosewood is a highly endangered species. And so I was like, we got to change this. We just couldn't in good conscience keep using it. And so did more research and found the beautiful hoe wood, which I think is a lovely substitute for or replacement for the rosewood. So there's a lot of things I take into consideration. Obviously, efficacy is huge for our professional products. I understand very well, I think, what most therapists are looking for. And also being on the side of having been spa owners too, I think about whether or not the oils stain the sheets, So I take into consideration a lot of different things when formulating products. And as I said, I really, really appreciate hearing from all of you, right, about what you love, what you'd like to see, what's not working. So
Yeah,
I
and I just
yeah,
want to add there, Jen, that, one of the things we always struggled with the spa was that we wanted bodywork to be accessible to everybody. We didn't want it to just be a luxury for some people. And I think we've carried that value into our products where it's quite a challenge to strike that balance of choosing these amazing raw materials from companies that also do their due diligence that we really respect, and then not pass on, these costs, right? To also keep the products at a price point that makes it accessible to as many people as possible. And I think you do a really good job formulating, thinking about that as well. So.
Mhm.
thank you. It is an important consideration as well, for sure.
Yeah, I've definitely felt very honored to be brought into the process whenever I can. And Jen takes all of our feedback and weeds through everything that we all have to say on the sales team, on their operations side. We get the whole team together whenever she formulates anything, and she
Yeah.
lets us try it and give feedback. And it's been so fantastic to be a part of each product.
Well, that's a great segue into one of our last slides in the sort of history of Vital Body, which is really looking at the OG sales team throughout the years, Kinsey and Sam. Unfortunately, Sam is so sick. She got so sick. She built this whole deck. She did
She did all of this.
everything. And then yesterday she got hit with just something. So poor thing. I think she's listening in. But Kinsey and Sam have been really the heart and soul of building all of these relationships, of carrying these products to all of you. I love this picture back in 2019 at our first eye spa where we had two products and we just built a giant tower of cream to last year, where Kinsey's, going to be having a baby soon and she's married and we've really grown up together. Kinsey, I don't know if there's anything you want to share about building all of these relationships, but
Yeah.
Hyatt, Hilton, Fairmont, you've been instrumental. It's pretty incredible.
No. Thank you, Kelly. It's gonna make me tear up. Well, I definitely want to share because, we started in 2018 when CBD was very relatively unknown, especially in spa. Samantha and I just went out into the world and we're like, we're going to find like-minded spas. We're going to find directors who share this passion for healing. And the first person to see our vision and bring us into the beautiful Meritage Resort in Napa was none other than the fantastic Kathleen McNichols. She's just such an amazing person. She's an amazing spa director. And she really took a chance on our small company in Santa Cruz. And she's connected us with other spa directors. She's always supported us throughout. And she continues to all of these years later. Now she's at Carneros. And she just is so wonderful. And she really knew the power of CBD before anyone else saw the potential in the therapeutic benefits. And, going into that meeting, I was so nervous. It was my first time meeting, I come from spa, I've been in spa for 20 years, but it's my first time pitching to a large spa and one of the most prestigious spas in the area. And being able to do that was, made so easy by her beautiful personality and the way that she accepted us and really saw the vision. So
Yeah.
I always
Yeah.
like to call out the fact that she was our very first corporate spa
Yeah.
account.
Well, Kenzie, I love memories of you, just fearlessly and so passionately being willing to call anybody and talk to anybody about cannabis and about natural products because you knew and understood so much about how people can heal using our products. And so it's been quite the journey.
It's easy when you believe in them and they truly work. It makes it easy to want to sell it and want to share it. It's not even selling it, it's sharing it with the community. So
Yeah,
we've
we don't
been
know if Kinsey's actually going to take her maternity leave or if she's just going to be like holding her baby,
talking
texting
to
her.
clients. How soon can I
Um,
see my clients?
all right, well, this is the end of just kind of a little bit of the behind the scenes about Vital Body, the arc of our journey from body workers to manufacturers and formulators and really people who are passionate about being of service. That is what we love. So looking ahead at 2026, um, you know, we really just have the same vision, the same desire, which is to be an incredible company, to do everything we do the best that we can, and to constantly make products that are valuable to you, that are valuable to your clients. We've got some new products coming in 2026. We've got a bath bomb that we're about to launch, which is just really more fun, but then we've got a really efficacious and deeply therapeutic hand cream that we're working on. So Jen's in the formulation room. She's looking at expanding our back bar line and working with new ingredients. So there's a lot of sort of R&D going on. What I wanted to ask of everybody is that we have this survey that I'm going to send in a follow-up email. It's short, it's like 20 multiple choice questions, but it would be hugely helpful to get some of your feedback. What's working, what's not, what you want to see us create. If you see any holes or gaps in our offering, we make products for you. We make products for your clients. So we want to hear from you. I will be so appreciative and also give everybody who fills out that form a $30 gift card towards any product on our website as a thank you. So that's what we have to look forward to. And I think with that, Kins, we can move into the next section. We've got about 20 minutes left. we're going to talk about our best-selling retail products and the things that you really need to have on your shelf for the holidays and some of the things that we're going to be offering you to help you merchandise and sell the products coming into the holidays.
And please add any notes into the or any questions into the chat, especially if you have any burning questions about the products. We want to make sure that we include those as well.
Yeah.
We'll do a Q&A at the end, so if we don't get to them in the actual slides, we will talk to you about it after as
Absolutely.
well.
Absolutely. Well, thank you everybody for listening to that section. That was super fun. That was fun to create. That was fun to look at. So, retail, Kinsey, kick us
Yeah.
off.
So I want to start with our pain and recovery. So this is the section of our line that is truly all about helping with injuries, arthritis, inflammation, nerve pain, neuropathy, muscle and joint pain. So these are going to be a lot of our really like best sellers as well.
Yeah.
So it makes sense that Jen and Kelly wanted to send their clients home with a product that was going to truly make a difference for the symptoms that were bringing them in to receive body work in the first place. So these products are used for all the issues you see here. And then they really have additional issues that we're going to talk about too, that they can help heal, like skin conditions and things like that. So let us know in the chat if you've used these, which ones are your favorites. Please continue to communicate in there, and we'll definitely read all of those. So CBD really helps to calm the symptoms throughout its interaction with the endocannabinoid system. The endocannabinoid system keeps many of our physiological processes balanced and functioning well. So if you want to learn more about CBD and how it works in the body, please do check out our YouTube channel, because
yeah.
we do have all of our other trainings there. And Kelly dives actually really deep into educational like the endocannabinoid system and how everything works in your body. So if you are curious and you haven't done a one-on-one training or attended one of those, they are all recorded. So please check that out. And then, yeah, so this one is really, as Kelly likes to say, the heart, soul, and DNA of the brand. So the Muscle and Joint Cream really is our best seller. It was
Notice the Pantone color on that glass
look at how
jar.
pretty that looks.
Not teal.
Not teal.
486.
We moved away from teal quickly. Well, eventually.
Eventually.
Quick enough. But this was our very first retail product that Jen and Kelly created. So it's a take-home version of the massage cream. It's a really hydrating cream base that absorbs really quickly, and it works really fast for localized pain and inflammation, which is incredibly important. We wanted it to be strong, effective, and it's truly changing people's lives as it gives the gift of mobility, of motility, reduced pain, and inflammation for our clients. So that means the more of an ability to be able to do things that we love. You know, like we're big hikers, we like to be out in the outdoors. These are things that we use every day to make it so that we can actually do the things that make us feel alive. So it works incredibly well for that severe pain and inflammation and neuropathy, nerve pain. I literally watch people's faces change when they get to try this and their bodies relax and they're immediately just like, oh, that pain is gone. So about 15 to 20 minutes after application, and those painful symptoms are going to diminish, the body can really truly relax and also start healing that, or starting that healing process too. And there's just a sense of relief and a feeling of getting back to themselves and getting their energy back. So this one is 533 milligrams of CBD per ounce. It comes in a 1.5 ounce and a 3-ounce size. So they're great for your clients who are just trying it out, but also for your clients who are already love it and know that they want that larger size. And then for the ingredients, just want to call out a few of the benefits. So the shea butter in this formulation makes it so moisturizing. I really love the arnica in here. It really helps to support the healing of the body. So it's great for bruising. It's wonderful for pain and inflammation. And then we've got those 6 healing herbs in this formulation. So that's arnica, calendula, chamomile, comfrey, dandelion, and ginger. So it's going to increase circulation in the body. It's going to help with pain and inflammation. It's going to help with skin health as well, and helping to calm and heal the skin. And then comfrey is one of my favorite herbs, actually, because it's called bone knit in folk medicine. So it's really one of the ones I love to pull out of our deck and really share because it's so healing and it really helps the body in healing injuries, even fractures and broken bones. So those are some things I really love. Jen, do you have anything that you want to talk about with this product too? Any other ingredients you like to pull out?
I think in the same interest of time, that you
Okay, yeah,
covered it all. Yeah.
perfect.
I just
Yeah.
that proprietary blend of herbs is found across many of our products, and yes,
Yeah.
we're very proud of that blend and feels that's something that I think stands out from, we're not just relying on CBD, we're not just relying on menthol. It's really the kind of synergistic effect of all the herbs, the CBD
Yeah,
and menthol that really goes so far to make this such an effective product.
And the essential
absolutely.
oils. I mean, juniper,
Yeah,
cedarwood, the more that I learn about essential oils, it's just so powerful. The
Yeah.
yeah,
on-the-go balm was an example of demanding clients that were like, I want to take this with me when I travel. So we really created this product using a lot of the same principles of the cream, the same herbs, the same scent, but trying to create it in a form factor that our clients could take it with them on the go, throw in their purse, throw in their gym bag. I think one of the more surprising things that we learned about this was how effective it is for bug bites,
yeah,
chapped skin. So some of
Yep.
our customers in more extreme weather patterns tend to love this product. But yes, it's sort of like this the sister to the MJ cream.
yeah.
Yeah, it's also been coined the birdie balm for our golfers.
Oh yeah, the
Love
birdie
it
balm.
too. Because they can put it on without getting anything on their
Yeah.
hands. They can keep their swing. So,
Also great for cracked heels. Put it on at night put some socks on if your heels are extra cracked.
and you'll actually
Absolutely.
sleep better too.
Yeah.
I swear by that one. Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, we're coming into soak season. Winter is such a beautiful time to soak. Our mineral bath soak was our third product that we created, and it's absolutely incredible for athletes for recovery. CBD soaking in it, as everybody who's done any of our trainings knows, the receptors are in the hair follicle. So when you take a bath, you open up all your hair follicles, your pores open, and then you immerse yourself. You get this incredible infusion of magnesium salt, which helps to calm and relax the muscles and relax the nerves, along with the CBD and the essential oils. This is an incredible product that just helps with so many things from muscle tension to helping your nervous system rest before bed to skin irritation from just soaking and getting all of your skin really immersed in that anti-inflammatory benefits of CBD. So this is just can be used in so many different ways. We have a 4 ounce, two versions of the 16 ounce, one that's a more luxe tube, and then the 8 pound, which is one of our best sellers on our website. The 8 pound bag of soak is like our, one of our top performers. But most of our spa partners are using the 8 pound bag or the 25-gallon bucket more in back bar for services. So also a great product to use in a spa service, um, in a mani-pedi. There's just so many options here. One of my favorites. I don't think I need to go
Yes.
into the ingredients. I think in the interest of time, we move on. Jen spoke to the hoe wood, which she switched out from rosewood, which was one of the earliest essential oils that we used until we learned that it was an endangered species. I'm going to move on to the internals, Kins. You want to tee this
Yeah.
off?
So, one of the main reasons that people purchase CBD is really to support their nervous systems. And it's one of the main reasons why I use it personally. So, and that's to deal with stress and anxiety. I actually have really high anxiety. So, The internal CBD category is a lifesaver to me. They taste amazing, which is nice in this in the CBD realm. And we use really incredibly clean ingredients. We have a few different delivery systems for the internal CBD that we'll go into too. And when we take CBD internally, we are using it to support the nervous system, which helps us get a better night's sleep. It calms the anxiety, reduce inflammation systemically, and helps with stress. So I'm sure a lot of you use our internal products. Please share what your favorite is in the chat as we go through them.
And yours is the tincture, your favorite, right?
Mine is the tincture. So I'm glad we get to start with this because I really resonate with this product. Jen formulated this in 2020. And, even before she was formulating this, I was like, I put like a little bit of CBD into an oil and I would take it because I knew my body really needed that. So I was so excited when she formulated something actually beautiful and that tasted good because mine didn't. Um, but this is, our quote for this one that we get. These are our quotes that we get from our clients. So it's the best tasting CBD tincture on the market, quick relief for stress and anxiety. And that's truly what it is. It actually tastes good, it feels great, and it acts really quickly. So it's great for those people who have, even if you're in the middle of a panic attack, you can just take some of this. You absorb it sublingually under the tongue, and it enters your system very quickly. There's 1,200 milligrams in the 1 ounce. So each dose is about 140 milligrams. So it's really quick and easy for the body to absorb. And I just love that one. It has the organic broad spectrum hemp. It has full spectrum turmeric. And so the curcumin is already bioavailable. You actually don't need anything else to activate the curcumin. It's in a nice, clean MCT coconut oil. And then also the stevia. So it has a tiny bit of stevia to give it a little sweetness, but it doesn't have any of that aftertaste that stevia can have, which I'm very particular that I really like this product, but I don't usually like stevia products. So this has been just such an amazing product that Jen created and one of my favorites.
Thanks, Kinsey. I'm going to move quickly through the next few just in the interest of time. I want to make sure there's time for questions and we have some resources to give you at the end. We've got this great dog treats. The ingredient deck is super clean. If you don't know about it, we have a sell sheet that we're going to give at the end. It's a great stocking stuffer. There's been so many kind of concerns around dogs and pets getting unsafe products. So we really wanted to create something for our clients so they could really trust no THC, clean ingredients. So definitely, if this is interesting to you, reach out. We have lots more information about the ingredients for you.
Yeah.
Next internal, sleep gummies. It's probably one of our best sellers in spa. All the ladies who, like me and Jen, who are going through a transformational process in our bodies, this is helped us sleep so well, and it's very, very clean, and it's got not only CBD, but it has CBN, which is another cannabinoid that really helps your nervous system settle. It has a little bit of melatonin, which is a natural hormone that your body already produces to help you sleep. It's got a tiny bit of sugar, less than 1 gram, so it's keto friendly. This is an incredible product. Take it with you when you travel. Take it over the holidays. We have beautiful displays that make merchandising this product easy. So definitely, if you don't know about it, we'll send you more information about the ingredients. L-theanine is another ingredient in this, which is one of the ingredients in tea leaves, green tea, that's very calming on the brain. Lots I could say about this product. The Focus Gummies is its sort of daytime companion. It has vitamin B12. This is wonderful for just metabolism, cellular metabolism. CBD and CBG, which is another minor cannabinoid, which just supports your nervous system. Think G for good. CBG is wonderful for just, again, that sense of calm, that sense of well-being. This is a great product, low sugar. It's great for relaxation, stress, anxiety, anti-inflammatory. I start my day with this every day. So if you haven't tried it, we've got more. We can sample it. It comes in the 2-pack, beautiful displays. Sorry to blow through this. I just want to make sure we get to the end so we can get you your questions answered as well.
Yes.
Kins, I know there's some more slides here, so I just want to encourage you to whip through them.
I'm gonna whip through. Okay, so skin and body care. This is all about inflammation of the skin. It's all about psoriasis and eczema and inflammatory skin conditions, rosacea, acne, sun damage, dry and stressed skin. All of our products are meant to treat those. CBD does an incredible job of that. So let's move into that category.
Yeah, this is the big announcement here is that we've reformulated the scrub. It's beautiful, it's elegant, it's finer. You can use it in a dry room. It still has that beautiful, beautiful scent of the Palo Santo, but the reformulation is absolutely lovely.
Mm-hmm. And it's really great. It dissolves well. It stays emulsified. Jen did a fantastic job with that emulsification. And it has a little bit of Dead Sea salt, has that layered exfoliation, and it's really, really hydrating.
Yes.
All
Jen,
right.
were you gonna say something about the body oil? No.
Yeah, absolutely. So, as you may or may not know, the body oil is the same formulation as our massage oil. That worked out really well. I tested it after creating the radiant or the massage oil to see if it would be suitable to kind of continue to use daily, and have it still absorb well. But two of my absolute favorite ingredients in this are the rosehip oil is amazing. It's one of the best researched oils for a variety of skin conditions, all the ones Kinsey just mentioned.
Yes.
It's incredibly anti-inflammatory. It can help reduce scarring after surgery or injuries. It can help reduce stretch marks.
Yes.
So,
I'm using it. I haven't
yeah.
seen a single stretch mark, you guys.
Juniper berry is amazing because it's not only just the aromatic, I mean, it smells amazing, but it is also mildly astringent, which helps improve the skin tone, reduce puffiness, and really can also help reduce fluid retention as well. It stimulates circulation. It also can provide some mild analgesic effects, so it'll help a bit with muscle and joint soreness and inflammation. So. Absolutely love. I use it every day, and so does my partner. He absolutely adores it too.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jen. I love learning more about the essential oils because they're just so powerful. So that was great.
And this is another one that's like, my baby, my favorite. I've been using this every day because I'm very worried about getting melasma. I'm really worried about having any hyperpigmentation during pregnancy and all of these different hormone changes. So using the luminous facial oil, using the Radiance body oil have been a key part of being pregnant for me. And it's worked. I don't have any hyperpigmentation or stretch marks yet. So I'm in my 8th month. So I'm feeling very confident in our products for sure. Some of the ingredients that I love, this one has the chia seed as the base oil with the jojoba, so it won't clog pores. It's incredibly hydrating. It's also chia seed is the most nutrient dense seed oil, so it's really fantastic for the skin. You're getting all those nutrients. I know that Kelly wants me to stop talking about this.
No, I love it. No,
But the vitamin K in this one comes from the prickly pear seed. It's amazing for hyperpigmentation, even dark under eye circles. You can use this under your eye cream, right up under your eyes. It's incredibly healing. And then also it's going to be great with the rose hip, so high in vitamin C. There's just so many ingredients I could go into all of them. I'll stop and we'll send you some ingredient highlights if anyone wants more information, but this one is just such a fantastic product. So if you haven't tried this one, it's literally great for every skin type. It will heal active acne. It will increase circulation in the skin. It's really great for if you have any kind of hyperpigmentation. It's also going to build collagen. So yeah, it's just such a fantastic product. There's so many things to talk about. But I'll pass it back to Jen or Kelly to go over
yeah, and
after
I
that.
would say a lot of CBD companies
Yeah.
don't have a really good facial oil that that adds the anti-inflammatory benefits of CBD with just like a beautiful experience, right? It's
Yeah.
just, so it's a really special product. The
And it's a
afterglow,
little more special for us just because, you don't have to do a skin analysis with this product. It
that's
literally
right.
works for every client. So as an esthetician, that's just so powerful to be able to reach for this product for every single person and know that you're healing their skin, you're giving them benefits, whether they're acneic or mature skin.
Absolutely. The afterglow, I love this picture because it speaks to the arc of this product. This wasn't a retail first product like all of our products. We made the warming CBD massage cream, which you can see in this image. It's got vanilla, it's got clove, it's got ginger. It's just like reminiscent of a hot chai by a warm fire. The warming CBD massage cream was sort of an exploration for us in creating a different kind of sensory experience, more of a warming sensory experience in a CBD service in a spa. But therapists, practitioners, they loved it so much that we heard for at least a year, please make a retail component. And that's what we did with the Afterglow body cream. It's the retail component of the warming CBD massage cream. And they go so beautifully together. And if you haven't tried them, it's just yummy. Super,
And I just
super
love to point out, yes, I love to point out the hyaluronic acid
hmm
and the cocoa butter and shea butter in this one. It truly is the most hydrating product. It's
Also,
so,
fun fact about
yeah,
hyaluronic acid, we actually use a derivative of
yes.
hyaluronic acid, which is actually more stable, so it's less sensitive to heat and oxidation. And more importantly, it actually penetrates the skin more effectively than hyaluronic acid. So it's the same compound, but a different derivative that has been shown to be actually much more penetrating and effective for that reason.
We're so lucky to have you, Jen.
I know. Thanks, Jen. We did
Um,
it. We did it. We went over some of the best sellers. We're at the end, 59 minutes. I've got two more slides that are we're going to switch out a product. I want to let you know about the sell sheets. So this was something that I just completed, I think 2 weeks ago. These are updated. These are available in digital form. You guys are going to get all of these in an email. They have exactly kind of what we went over today, the main three benefits, a description, the ingredients, ingredient highlights. They're great for merchandising. You can just print them or use them to train. You can put them up next to the products. They're meant to be used for both training and client facing,
mhm.
and they're really beautiful. So look out for these. We're going to send them to you digitally, and I hope you can use them in the holidays to help educate and merchandise the products. Feedback form is also coming. If you wouldn't mind, somebody put that link in the chat. This feedback form takes 5 minutes. It would be so amazing if you would give us feedback about our products, about products that you want us to create, about things that are working, things we could improve. It's quick and painless. So that's going to be up the follow-up email as well, and it's also in the chat. If you wouldn't mind taking a minute to fill that out, that would mean everything to us. Thank you. Thank you. And so now anybody who has to go, you can go, but we will stay on for any Q&A. If you have any questions about the products, about the holidays, about anything, we're here for it. But I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you to
Thank
everybody
you.
for joining us and for taking time out of your day to learn about our story and to celebrate with us. And we're super excited for an awesome Q4 and a great holiday season.
And just for being, a lot of you have been with us as clients from the beginning. And, no matter when you joined us on our journey, we appreciate you. And we're just so happy you have helped us build and create. And we hope to continue those partnerships with all of you.
Absolutely. Yes, thank you so much, Kinsey, for your help. And Sam says that she loves you all because she really wishes she could be here. And if there's any questions, feel free to unmute or throw it in the chat.
Yeah, I can go over some of the things that I've seen in the chat. So
Okay.
I appreciate Ben sharing his boss's story of finding our products after having issues with sheets getting stained. And he said it's really validating of the care you put into the detail. So thank you so much for that. So that means a lot. I know how important it was to Jen and Kelly to not have their own sheets get stained at the spa, but also that, it was important to our clients too. So that's great to hear.
Danielle wants chapsticks. Does anybody else want chapsticks? Jen's always talking
I've
about
been
chapsticks.
yammering on about chapsticks for so long, so thank you for validating.
Does anybody else want
I
chapsticks?
agree.
Yes,
I
yes,
agree
Yes.
also.
Yay.
yes to chapstick. What do you want in your chapstick?
Hydration.
Hydration.
Wow.
Yes.
Chopsticks for the win. Thank you.
Yes.
Yes,
Do you feel validated,
I
Jen?
do. I told you.
We have some people like Georgina who has fibromyalgia, and the products have been a real game changer for her. Thank you for sharing your story
Mm.
with us. We have a Sport Bomb packaging question. So
Refill program. What does that look like,
Ooh.
Lorinda? What's the
yeah,
I'd
Is
love to
my
hear more
audio
about that.
on?
Yeah.
Can you guys hear me talk?
we can.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. I didn't know if you guys had muted us. Well, Wild is a program that I get deodorant from
Mm-hmm.
and chopsticks, and it's their metal cases, and they sell the resell. You get a subscription program, and it's their cardboard refills that you put into your metal cases.
Love it.
That.
Love
Yes.
it.
Love the sustainability.
And though
Great
how
plan.
they get people more to be able to sell different kinds of cases, they do partnerships with different artists
Mm,
for like the packaging of what it looks like, so that it's like a
that's so cool.
two-in-one sort of like sharing of the
I love to hear that. Thank you for that because especially that it's a metal case with a cardboard insert because I've seen some of the like I don't you maybe you all have seen these too. More companies are doing like the refill option, but they're just sending you another plastic insert.
correct.
So it's like, well, it's good in that it's using less plastic than if you were to continually buy the same thing. But I love to hear that kind of an option. That's really inspiring. Thank you.
Because when I started using your guys' product through being an employee a long time ago, I saw the back bar and I thought, oh, I could actually in the future with these glass bottles and things do my own refill program.
Right,
I'm not always reselling an ounce or 3 ounces, but I can
right.
sell one to how many. And I know that's why you guys have to do it that way for the efficacy of like measuring how much people are getting per application. So I was always thinking maybe I could just have people come just like at a grocery store, like a mercantile where they can come and be like, Lorena, I have my 3 ounce
Mm,
glass thing. Can you, for like however much money, refill it for me?
hmm. Yeah,
So that's what I always thought of your guys' company years ago when I first saw the packaging, because I'm trying to in the future, in the next 5 years, I'm trying to do refills process of retail and also trying to buy refill process of retail because I am
right.
an esthetician and massage therapist and I know how much waste,
Hmm.
especially in the beauty industry, that we're
Yeah,
we're putting in the earth that I don't
yeah,
like.
Absolutely.
yeah. Well, thank you for that.
Yeah. That's so helpful. I also love that people were calling out their favorite services, like Georgina loves the petties, manis and petties with our products. And just using the product every day on, their décolleté and face, noticing the difference in fine lines and skin tone. So yeah, I love to see that. So we've gotten so much great feedback in this chat.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I love that after Brazilian to give clients an after experience to help with ingrown hairs and pain relief and soothing the skin with no irritation. Definitely a great way of using this post waxing as well.
Yeah. Michelle just wrote early on, it was mentioned some items are bought or partnered overseas. Will this affect costs in the future, increase in prices? I mean, prices are dynamic. I mean, our lavender comes from Bulgaria. I mean, everything comes from somewhere. Essential oils come from all over the world. Our packaging, it's all dynamic. So what we do is we really try to um, order at scale that allows us to maintain our prices, right? So one of the benefits of growing is that instead of ordering, you know, a 1 kilo of
1,000.
CBD, we
Yeah.
can order 25 kilos of CBD. And so that's how we sort of maintain pricing across years. We've done, I think, a couple price increases, but we're one of the few CBD companies. I can't speak for all of them that actually lowers our prices as the cost of CBD has gone down. I mean, like I said, we started with our $1,300 gallon of cream, and our cream is, in the 200s now. So we've really tried to pass on both our cost savings and in some cases cost increases, depending on the market. But it's something we
Yeah.
put a lot of attention on.
We
Yeah.
we hold out as long as we possibly can. We didn't do a price increase for 3 years. So, we want it's important to us that really extend ourselves as far as we can to avoid doing that. Like Kelly said earlier, it is very important for us for our products to be accessible to as many people as possible. So
And we really have seen a lot of companies, even especially in the CBD space, but in all of spa space, have a harder time getting their products and being out of stock on a lot of things. And Kelly and Jen have done a fantastic job that we have not run into that ever with our products, but it also speaks to the fact that we make them in-house. And so we have a lot more control. And so you won't be seeing those kinds of issues with the tariffs and with everything else that a lot of other companies do face. And a lot of that is to the credit of Jen. So
Yeah, I mean, one of the fun parts about running a business to me is that it's just everything that is the biggest challenge becomes an opportunity. So when the tariffs hit, it was the first time we actually ordered at a scale so big, that we had never ordered at scale that big. So we were able to sort of make these projections and actually get our costs down, relative to the tariffs, right? And so that was a very interesting moment for us of like, okay, well, how can we do this so that we can kind of recoup that cost and not have to pass it on? When COVID hit and all the spas shut down, that was terrifying, but then we learned about direct to consumer, and we created a Shopify site, and then all of a sudden our spa partners were able to, find us online. So it was just it's always about trying to find a way, to
yeah.
keep our customers happy and keep people really believing in the integrity of the product. So nothing we do just is like on a whim,
No,
really
definitely not.
we really think deeply about these things. Kinsey,
Yeah.
we got a question that's perfect for you. It's
Yes.
the top recommendation for eczema prone skin.
The facial oil is fantastic. So if you have eczema, psoriasis, that's definitely going to be your first pick. And then for on the body skin, either of the Afterglow body cream is fantastic, but so is the Radiance body oil. The Radiance body oil I've had, we've had a lot of feedback from our clients where they've been able to actually get off of a lot of the pharmaceuticals and steroids by utilizing just CBD and our products. So I would absolutely suggest using the Afterglow, the Radiance body oil, and the Luminous facial oil for any of that. I also got a question of asking if Afterglow can be used on the face as a daily moisturizer. I don't actually suggest that for most skin types. Really depends on your skin type. If you're used to being able to put anything on your skin and having no reaction, you'll be fine. But most people would really benefit from all the beautiful ingredients in Luminous facial oil, and it's really formulated for your facial skin. So sticking to that one, I think, is going to be your best bet.
Absolutely. I can't wait to hear your feedback also in the survey. I'm curious before we go, is anybody interested in a non-CBD massage cream from us? Is that something, or a non-CBD massage oil? Do you love our creams and oils so much that you would actually consider purchasing a non-CBD oil from us? Yes, for prenatal. Yeah, that's a good point, right?
Yeah.
It's something that we're considering, right? Because Jen is always, we look at these ingredients and biotones and, it's like we can do something better than that, if our customers want it. So something that is in the survey that we're curious about hearing from you.
And if you go into our How CBD Works trainings on our YouTube channel, you're going to learn a lot more about CBD and pregnancy, especially too. But being pregnant, I can kind of speak to this a little bit that,
Mm.
all the research says that topical CBD especially is absolutely safe for pregnancy. So speaking to the prenatal and doing treatments with CBD and prenatal, we did do CBD at Jen and Kelly's spa. We did CBD massages on prenatal. I've done it my entire pregnancy. We do have unscented oils and creams available for that. You can use a scented. The only one I really wouldn't use is the warming because of the camphor. However, it is incredibly beneficial for when you've got pain and inflammation. It's one of the few things that you actually can use that doesn't enter your bloodstream because ours is topical, broad spectrum, is not going to enter the bloodstream topically. So it's definitely safe. So yeah. And you
Are there
can
any
learn
more
more about that.
questions before we jump off? I just want to make sure that we cover anything. I know we got a question about the holidays. We're going to be sending a holiday kind of like bestseller cheat sheet. I'd say early November, get your orders in. Of course, we won't go out of stock on anything because we don't do that. But if you're back east, shipping can really get clogged after Black Friday and kind of, yeah, we don't want that to happen. So think about it for early November, stock up for the holidays. And be
And
sure to
people
use
are
some
buying
precautions.
early, some people think ahead, not me, but some people do.
Awesome. Well, thank you everybody so much.
Thank
This has
you.
been wonderful. We
Yeah.
appreciate it. We'll post this on our YouTube channel and look out for an email from us with some of this documentation and contact emails in case you have follow-up questions that you want to get answered
Yeah.
that we didn't get to. You'll get all that in a follow-up email in the next day or so. So thanks
Yeah.
everybody.
Thank you,
Thank you
everyone.
so much. We appreciate
Bye-bye.
all of you.
Yes.
Have a great day.
Thank you. I'm going to stop the share. Bye, everybody.